Hi everyone! Today I'm going to rant about the 15 pieces of content that were highlighted in the EA financial report. What do I think it means? Plus, I'm going to talk about what I think is probably going to be the roadmap date. I really think that this one is the winner. I'm going to explain then why that is. And I'm going to show you a sneak peek at one of my upcoming videos. Stay tuned, we're going to have a lot of fun. And if you'd like today's content, please like, share, subscribe, click the notifications bell so you always know when I'm coming out with new content. Let's talk about Sims Team. What the hell are you doing? Part 6. Okay, so let's talk about what the hell's going on with The Sims. What do I think's going on here? 15 pieces of content. What could that mean? Well, I don't think it's 15 pieces of free content, number one. I do think that it's going to probably be 2 expansion packs, maybe a stuff pack or 2, mostly kits though. Hate to tell you that. But kits are not necessarily a bad thing. I know in Sims Team What the Hell Are You Doing Part 4, I basically ripped apart the new kits that they were sending out, which were the Urban Homage and the Party Essentials kit. I didn't rip on the Urban Homage kit too much because anytime they partnered with an actual simmer or content creator, they've always had a solid win. We saw that with the Martin Lux kit. We saw that with the Pastel Pop kit, both created by simmers, both did very well. And according to EA's financial report, apparently they still are doing very well. Now, I can say that even though I may have been like, oh, I don't think there was enough content in these kits. And actually, I agree with Simeon that the Urban Homage kit really should have been a stuff pack. I think that should have been given even more content, actually. I would have loved to see more content in that and really showcase Ebonic's talent and creativity in that. But a kit was good too, and I did buy that kit, by the way, because I wanted to support Ebonics. And I also bought the Party Essentials kit, and I was not really going to buy that one in the beginning. But I actually did when I saw it in action. And I said, you know what, this could be a good kit. It does have a reusability factor. It does have a replayability factor associated with it. So basically what that comes to is never judge a book by its cover because you never know what's inside of it. So I basically played with these kits. I enjoyed them. The only piece of content I didn't like was that drink stand. But I know that modders have made it so that it's functional, so you can make that functional with a mod. But overall, I've got to say that I was not overly wowed by the financial report because if you look at the amount of content that we got last year for 23, it was about 12 or 13 pieces. That, I think, is pretty good. And I think the year before, they even slowed down a little bit and they didn't give us that much content in 22. But 15 pieces of content in the next 12 months, plus what I suspected all along, which is a 25th anniversary celebration for 25. That's interesting. But what content is it? Well, like I said, I do think that there's going to be a couple of expansion packs. I do think there's going to be a stuff pack, possibly a game pack, mostly kits, though, because I could see that even though we may love and hate the kits, they are selling. And they are great for giveaways. We see EA creators giving them away all the time. Personally, I think that there are some really great kits out there. There are some kits I wouldn't even buy, but I do like a lot of the kits that they do have. So I cannot say that I'm totally anti-kit. The only thing I'm anti-kit about is the amount of content in the kit. Sometimes I don't think there is enough to guarantee the $5 price point. But when you do look at the material of the kit and you start playing with it, you say to yourself, well, I can reuse this a lot. So actually, it does have a replayability factor, and the $5 price point is justified. Now, you're probably going to say, well, you come from a corporate background. Of course, you're going to side with the corporate overlords called EA. No, I'm not siding with the corporate overlords. And yes, I do come from a corporate background, so I know how these things work. But I can tell you that as long as you give a customer a good value for their money, that's the important part. If you don't give your customers good value, they're not going to come back to you. So overall, are they giving us a good value when it comes to the content? I have to say yes. But I also have to say that they do have their minuses with the game, which are the bugs and glitches plaguing the game. And really, what I would like to see is those bugs and glitches being handled quickly. I would love to see them expand maybe the quality control team and have more people assigned to these issues with the game so that they can process these bugs and glitches faster. I mean, for all we know, that is the problem. Maybe they don't have enough people on the team to support that. And they do need more people to support that. Given the amount of money EA makes, I think they could take some of their billions to use a higher quality control team. But I also think that this is something that needs to be done in order to appease the player base. But honestly, do they need to do that? Not really, because according to their financial reports, they're doing extremely well. So honestly, they could just keep doing what they're doing and keep the status quo if that's what's working. And that's how sometimes corporations work. Corporations may look at some people and say, well, we got this small amount of people screaming about this issue. But you know what? This is doing really well, so we really don't need to worry about that. We can keep that going the way it is. We don't need to devote much resources to that. So let's keep this going because this process is working very well for us, and we don't need to change up gears in order to make any type of major changes. So that is sometimes the way it happens. You may have people screaming in quality control like, we need more people, we need more resources. And corporate is like, yeah, no, you're doing fine. Keep it up. See you later. And that is sometimes what happens in business. So, as much as we as a community, I think, would love to see them concentrate in that area, do I think it's going to change up anytime soon? No, I don't. And I hate to say that, but yeah, I do see that happening because as long as they're churning out profit, as long as they're making money overall, they are not going to change up any policy or procedures, no matter how much we scream about it. Because if one overrules the other, they'll keep things the way it's running because that is what's working. And as long as that is what's working for the company doesn't need to change it. The only time the company will change it up is when there is a serious deficit. When they start seeing things really slip up, that's when they start paying attention. So basically, if it affects the bottom line, that's when they start paying attention. Now, I don't know the inner workings of EA. I cannot comment about the inner workings of EA. I'm only commenting on what I see in my opinion based on this report that was handed out. And by the way, big shout out to the Sims community for breaking this story. And I've seen others like Simmer, Erin, Satchon Sims, Fantasia, and Pixelade all reporting on this. So I don't want to take away too much from what they said already. But I did want to offer my 2 cents as well. Even though I'm a little channel and, I'm hardly noticed right now, eventually this little channel will grow. And I'm hoping that when people look back and watch this video and maybe compare it to what's coming down later on down the pike, they'll say, well, that made sense at the time. But again, we shall see what happens next. Now, before I wrap up, let's talk about the roadmap. When will the Sims 4 roadmap appear? Now, I got the first 3 dates wrong. I said April 30th, that was wrong. I said May 1st, that was wrong. I said May 7th, that was wrong. May 7th came and went, no roadmap. This week came and went, no roadmap. At this time, based on everything I've been seeing online, I would say that the roadmap is coming out on May 14th. And the reason why I say that is because the sale ends on the 13th. So it makes sense that the roadmap would appear on the 14th. Now, earlier I thought maybe it would have been the 7th because it was the second Tuesday of the month. But I think at this point, now that they've done their earnings report, and now that the sale is going to end on the 13th, not 14th, that we'll see the roadmap appear on May 14th. But if I'm wrong, you can yell at me then. Speculation is one thing, actually seeing what's coming up is another. And although I would love to see certain pieces of content become a reality in The Sims, I'm a realist, and I know that they are going to put out whatever they want to put out, whatever they have on the drawing board, and we either are going to love it or we're going to hate it. So we'll see. And if you enjoyed this video today, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'm really having fun with this podcast. I love voicing my opinion when it comes to The Sims. I'm a passionate Sims player just like you. And I really love sharing what I think is going on with the Sims community and the Sims team. So I'm really happy to do these podcasts, and I'm really happy to see that you're listening and liking these podcasts. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot to me. So until next time, I will talk to you next week on Sims Team. What the hell are you doing? Have a great day or night. Take care. Bye-bye.